Yo. Yo.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Superboat International St. Cloud Superboat Divisional Race, Spring Fling, here in St. Cloud, Florida. This event has been going on for 19 some years here in St. Cloud. It's only not happened twice because the lake was below level those 2 years. Long-standing season opener event, the Florida State Powerboat Championships here in St. Cloud, Florida. There you see Tom Abrams with his US1 Super Cat, the 2006 Offshore Super Series national champions in the Super Cat class. Right behind them, that is Jerry Chastelet's Reliable Carriers Cat Light. Last year's champion in the OPA Class 1 Championship. Chris Hanley from New Zealand will be throttling the Reliable Carriers Cat Light entry, the number 40. John Dippold and his Rotary staff from here in St. Cloud always do an excellent event of getting this whole event put together here in St. Cloud. There you see the number 45. That's J.D. Byrider Racing, sponsored by Tubi Style Exhaust from Italy, as well as J.D. Byrider car dealerships. Behind them, the S12 is Team Deep V Cats out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Lee Austin and his crew always keep Deep V Cats running strong. They got a first place finish earlier this season at the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Super Bowl Grand Prix. The driver this weekend is Frank Lamardid, Steve Quick is the driver of record, and Lee Austin is the owner and throttle man. Team DP Cat's a 32-foot LA Marine. It's more of the AMF Miss Geico vehicles. Several teams in attendance from AMF, including Miss Geico the Turbine, Team AMF Addicted Water Sports, as well as Still Got It. John Hagan and his team put on a big show for all the fans wherever they go on the offshore racing circuit. P552 owned and throttled by Al Chelsea. There you go. This team Still Got It, all 60-year-old plus. Still Got It, AMF Offshore Racing. Chief Savoring, John Begovich, and Bob Devlin. There's the Gecko in the board shorts right there. The Geico Gecko in the famous Hagen board shorts. Number 26 in the Turbine Extreme class. Formerly the Platinum Princess, driven by Mark Granite, throttled by Scotty Begovich, and owned by John Hagan and Team AMF Offshore Racing. There you see John Hagan and all his crew promoting offshore racing any way possible, passing out Geico AMF Frisbees and saying hello to all the fans. The big part of the Spring Fling here every year is the boat parade. All the fans in St. Cloud come out for this huge event. There you see Ashley from Freeze Frame Video, Jeff and Eve's niece, saying hello to the big Gecko Geico. Getting her AMF Offshore Racing Frisbee. There you see the crew aboard the Miss Geico, Mark Granite and Scotty Begovich. There's the owner of Team AMF, John Hagan, picking up little Miss Ashley. Miss Geico and their Platinum turbine powered. There you see Team Redline Offshore Racing all the way out from California. Phil Bukather in his first offshore race, buying the former Team Adrenaline Super V, now running in the P2 class. All the way down from Michigan, there's Team Rum Runners running in P522 in their Scarab. Right behind them, another Scarab. Team Raven P4-2 from Inglewood, Florida. Roderick Hughes aboard Team Raven. There you see the big number 3, that's CMS Offshore Racing. Bob Bull and his team. There's Miss Geico number 26. Scott Begovich and Mark Granite will be aboard. The beautiful new pit area in St. Cloud. The construction crews did a great job of putting this place together. Really turned around, made the marina almost 4 times as big as it was, and put a lot more slips. Restaurant here now. Great job done by all to make this event even bigger. There's Ed Tamburino and Roderick Hughes going out in Team Raven testing. There's Steve Curtis from Reliable Carriers giving a few pointers to the guys from Team Geico. Speaking with Mark Granite there and John Aruda from Turbine Marine, giving them a few setup tips and trying to help them get the big turbine Platinum set up a little bit better. Steve Curtis, multi-time world and national champion in Class 1. Races all over the world, master of setup in these big boats. There's Team Syntron Liquid Energy running in the Extreme Unlimited class. Herb Stotler and Johnny Stanch will be aboard Team Syntron this weekend. Owned by Syntron Racing. It's another 40-foot Platinum Rage, same basic hull design as the Miss Geico Platinum. Except this boat, instead of being powered by twin turbines, is powered by twin V8 supercharged Chevrolet Stotler racing engines. There you can see all the boats out testing on the course here at East Lake Toho. There's one of those supercharged Stotler racing engines I was talking about. Engine builder Herb Stotler will be throttling the Syntron this weekend. Geico coming in from one of their test sessions. There you see Steve Curtis coming in with Mark Granite, giving the guys a little bit of a instructional run there. There you see a couple of pace boats here in St. Cloud, two Velocities. Velocity from nearby Sanford, just up the road from here in St. Cloud a little bit. On the parade lap here with some of the boats running in this race. That's Team Cat Attack from here in Orlando, a new super stock entry. They moved up from their 28-foot skater that they raced last season, which was sold and went overseas to race in New Zealand, as well as DB Cats, the S12, another super stock entry. You see P522, that is Team Rum Runners. There's also Team Velocity Racing today, as well as D&M Motorsports, the Team Challenger, Gallagher, as well as the AMF Addicted Water Sports. Team Raven in their 30-foot Scarab also in this race, as well as P4-9 Great Adventure. The AMF still got it, 42-foot McManus Apache. The TNT Racing F1-2, as well as Redline Racing. The F1-1 Team Extreme boat, owned by Dave Warden, will not be racing today as they had engine failure in the testing day. Frank Sorrow and Rich Davis will be watching the race from the beach today. The You're in Command Dragon Racing will also be racing in the Super V class today with Gino Marone as the owner and driver. Mike Gordon from Kansas will be the throttle man. There you see the orange smokes signifying 2 minutes till the start time. Getting on plane now for the first of two races here in St. Cloud. Should be a very exciting event. This first race will have two starts in it. Going now with the first start, still got it AMF. Closest to us, right next to them, is the S12. That is Deep V Cats. Team Cat Attack on the outside. To the far outside, The number 40 would be Dragon Urine Command Racing. TNT Racing on the far outside. The green boat in the middle of the screen is Pour It On. Redline Offshore Racing will also be making their start here, starting just a little bit behind as it is driver Phil Bukather's first race. Sounds like we've got the green flag right now. We'll see who goes to the front of the pack. The two stock boats should easily leave the rest of these V-bottoms at this point. The S12 and S3 going out front right now. Still got it. Laying the sticks down quickly, moving up right now. But the two stock boats, Deep V Cats and Cat Attack, go to the front. Let's see what this looks like from on board. Team Still Got It. See the freeze frame video chopper there right in the middle of your screen on top. Russell Kilpatrick and his Bell 407 helicopter, brand new for this event.
I think we've got the buoy. We'll walk through the showdown here, Brett. Watch those guys crowd those, Richard.
You can see Big John Bev gets putting the throttles down right there as these guys get ready to go racing. The green flag is up, the throttles are down in the big 42-foot McManus Apache powered by the Teague Custom Marine inboards. Chief Savoring, John Begovich, and Richard Devlin aboard. Still Got It. There you see the two super stock entries quickly going to the front right now. Leaving Still Got It just back a little bit, just round in the corner at the point there. You can see the fairgrounds of the Spring Fling right there in the background. All the fans along the beach and the spectator viewing area right there. The whole town of St. Cloud comes out for this great event, the Spring Fling, every year. Going down right there is Team Cat Attack right in the middle of your screen. This is a 30-foot Doug Wright built catamaran. Originally started life as Team Blondie. Also did time as Miccosukee Indian Gaming, Bermuda Barracuda, Auto Toy Store. This particular boat has won several world and national championships, mainly running with Gary Ballou at the controls, also with Dennis Barry as Barracuda. Team Cat Attack is also sponsored by Linex of Orlando. The owner and driver is Chris Schonenbaum. The owner is actually Cat Attack Offshore Racing. Robert Noble is the driver today. The crew consists of Kathy Noble and Ada Schonenbaum. Special thanks to Still Southeast and Robert Noble, Pro Image Signs of Orlando, and Colabella Performance from St. Cloud, Florida. These guys just got the boat a few weeks ago, still dialing it in right now. The boat looks great, running in the stock class right now, just a little bit off the pace from the Deep V Cats S12 entry. You can see Deep V Cats with just a little bit of a lead right now, with Team Cat Attack S3 doing a great job. In their old boat, these guys took a big win last season in North Carolina at the Fountain Grand Prix. DVC, that is Deep V Cats S12 out front right now in the super stock class. It's a 32-foot LA Marine Deep V Cat. The driver today is Frank Lamargrid. The owner and throttleman is Lee Austin. Frank Lamadrid from Coral Gables, Florida is the driver. Howie Smith and Monica Lamadrid are the crew. Special thanks to LA Marine, Diamond Performance, and Lavorsia Marine for all their help getting the boat back together after their mishap in the Hollywood Super Bowl Grand Prix. Throttle up propellers always keep the S12 out front in the super stock category. These guys were the runner-up last year in the World and National Championship, placing second in both events. Lee Austin and his whole crew always do an excellent job of having the Deep V Cats ready at every event on the SBI circuit. Showing Team Cat Attack the way around the course right now, DVC S12 out front. This boat currently holds the world speed record in SBI for the Super Boat stock class. Team Cat Attack still running in second place, trying to work out the bugs of having a brand new boat. First time in the water for these guys this weekend, doing a great job right now. Team Cat Attack. Behind them, that's number 40, You're in Command Racing, sponsored by the U.S. Coast Guard. The 39-foot Dragon, owned by Gino Moroni, throttled by Mike Gordon. Looking down right there, that is P221 Redline Offshore Racing. It's a 38-foot Donzi, formerly Team Adrenaline. Powered by a pair of 525 horsepower EFI inboards. The first race for Phil Bucather, 7 years of racing for throttleman Chris Gaterna. Phil Bucather, the owner and driver from Palm Desert, California. Chris Gaterna from Fort Myers, the throttleman. The crew includes Catherine Bucather, Phil's wife. First race for these guys in the P2 class, doing a great job right now. Very competitive boat, great running crew. Special thanks to all the folks at Donzi Marine, as well as Team Archer Marine and SC Performance Marine. This boat was campaigned on the Super V circuit with many wins under its belt for many years, and then it was converted into a quarter canopy boat. It used to be full canopy. So Phil Bucather, Chris Gaterna doing a great job right now running in the P2 class. These guys looking to do battle all season long in the Superboat International Circuit. Team AMF still got a 42-foot McManus Apache twin Teague 1,000 horsepower inboards aboard this big 42-foot V-bottom. Don Begovic is driver and throttles. Chief Savoring in the navigator position, along with Richard Devlin. Mercury number 6 is on the back of this 42-foot V-bottom. team was the 2006 Popra High Points champion. Team did a lot of racing last season, including racing in OPA as well as Pacific Offshore. You can see Big John Begovich got the throttle pinned to the wood there. P3 65 plus. All these guys 65 years or old are doing a great job. AMF Offshore Racing still got it. Chief Savoring, John Begovich, and Richard Devlin. There you can see the big skyline there, the Spring Fling, the carnival setup. All the kids love coming down here, going on all rides and seeing all the offshore racing excitement at the annual event, the Spring Fling here in St. Cloud, Florida, for the Superboat Divisional Race. Team still got it, AMF Offshore Racing. P3 65 plus. Old guys rule. Coming down now, this is F1-2 TNT Racing, a 2001 29-foot Fountain Fever. Powered by a single 500 horsepower EFI Mercury Racing inboard.